name's Benedict and I'm 32 this year. I work as a registered nurse in a restructured hospital here in Singapore.
What do you like most about your job? And why?
What I like most about my job? Well, I've been doing this for almost 10 years, and I guess the one thing that I appreciate the most is I don't have to bring my work home. My work is in a hospital, you see, so at my level at least, I don't and I cannot bring my work home. So there's a very clear separation between work and life.
What do you miss the most during this circuit breaker period?
The one thing that I miss the most during the lockdown is, well, I miss my friends, I miss my family. It's easy to communicate. The world's a much smaller place now, we have all sorts of ways and means that we can see each other, through video calls and whatnot. We can text each other easily, but it's just not the same as being able to be around each other physically. Something as simple as having a meal together is something that we can take for granted, I think.
How has your job changed in times of COVID-19?
My work, I can't say that it has changed drastically during this period. The kind of patients that I had to take care of for the most part were surgical patients, because I work in the surgical department. So generically speaking, I take care of patients before and after operations. I think I was only called into taking care of patients who were suspected of or positive for COVID-19, say a month and a half ago, thereabouts. Yeah, because there simply wasn't enough people. I don't wear my uniform anymore. We have to change in and out of our scrubs. We have to take a shower after work, which is not something that I'm used to doing, unless I come right home and do it, of course. I have to shower immediately after I end my shift before I leave the hospital right now.
Tell us more about your family. How are they doing?
I can't say that we have any real problems with the circuit breaker. Probably a lot more concerned with my grandma. She is unlikely to have a true grasp of the situation, but we're glad that she's mostly compliant. She's staying at home. She has dementia. Yeah, I think it's a very complex thing to grasp for someone who is a little bit incapacitated mentally.
How do you feel about having to go out to work every day, knowing that your safety may be compromised?
I can't say that I'm afraid when I'm at work, although, yeah, I mean, no doubt the risk is there. When we're taking care of patients who are positive for COVID-19. But no, I'm not afraid, because as long as we practice our precautions diligently, we are glad and we are privileged that we have access to our protective equipment at all times. So no, I can't say I'm afraid. I'm just going out there with the rest of my colleagues. We're all doing our work. There's no compromise. There's no margin for error, and it makes me glad that everybody is just in it together. It's not just the nurses, the doctors, the housekeepers, the porters, the security staff. Everybody, literally everyone is in it together.
Right now, what do you fear the most?
I'm just afraid that things will go out of hand, people will get complacent. It's more than nationwide. I mean, it's a worldwide thing. You never know when the second wave will come. Right now, a lot of measures are being put in place all over the world to ensure that it doesn't spread any further, doesn't cause any more damage than it already has. But if a second wave comes, because people are complacent, let our guard down, this will just go on for a really long time. I don't think I want to see anybody whom I know actually get tested positive for COVID-19. It's a huge feeling of uncertainty that nobody should have to deal with.
What is one thing you've enjoyed during this circuit breaker?
I have a lot of space to move around and sit on public transport, which is not something that I'm used to. Given the hours that we work, I can say that I have hardly had the chance to have a seat on the train or on the bus before and after work.
Do you have any messages you'd like to share with the general public?
The one thing that I like to share is just don't observe the numbers. Don't watch it like a stock market. It might be causing more anxiety than necessary to the people around you. You might not be responsible for spreading fake news and all that. It doesn't have to be that drastic, but causing anxiety is something that it's a very easy thing to fall into. And I think with the circuit breaker measures, with more people staying at home, people are more likely to feel anxious. I'm just asking for people to calm down and don't be anxious. It's normal for people to be afraid of uncertainty and fear of the unknown. Such things are normal. These are not normal times and normal circumstances for people to be living in. But just be obedient, don't be delinquents. I think we're good.
What is the first thing you want to do once COVID-19 is over?
The first thing that I want to do once all this is over, well, I'm kind of in need of a haircut. That's one thing. I want to see my friends and my family. It's been a while since I actually hung out with them proper. I really want to bring my girlfriend out too. I miss going out with her a lot. I mean, just as Singapore announced that we were going to DORSCON Orange, I think that was on the 7th of Feb or so. She and I were actually in Japan. We're glad that we made it for the trip. We actually had other trips and holidays planned, but unfortunately that couldn't be happening.
How can we help essential workers like you?
Just be obedient. Be good boys and girls. Don't be irresponsible. Be civic-minded. Just be cooperative. It's knowing the consequences of your action or lack thereof. It's not just about being an essential worker or being a frontliner. I think that everybody's a frontliner in this. Everybody has a part to play.
Thank you, Benedict.
Thanks very much.